Yep. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Excuse the darkness. I woke up a little earlier this morning and got it in early, so in a second you'll start to see the sun's coming up in a second. And excuse the out of breath. I actually just finished off 12 miles, and I wanted to stop at 11, and that last mile I had to literally squeeze that motherfucker out, like squeeze it out, legs cramping, out of breath, and whatever was left. So I actually left it all out, and I'm giving you some. That's why it's called a daily Move Swiftly thought, capturing those moments right after you've taken a long run and the thoughts are free flowing and you're in your zone. I want to capture those moments as much as I can, all right? Because I'm about that action, and just saying that actually brings me to today's Move Swiftly thought. How do you know if you're growing? How do you know if you're learning every day? How do you know if you're getting better every day, if you're applying the things that you're learning? All right, so those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher at a school named the Creative Center of Education, and the neat thing about this school is it's an art integrated education, art integrated based education. So as a way of teaching math, they will have certain paintings, and they'll ask the kids to count up how many colors they see, and that's a way of learning math. Or if it's a history lesson, they'll act out certain history lessons and what it was like to be Dr. Martin Luther King, things of that nature, right? So it's art based, and that gives you a history lesson, and they'll talk about reefs and talk about pollution, and that's a way of draw pictures of waters and how do fish live when there's pollution. That's a way of them teaching science and things like that. So it's integrated in the arts, right? So we were getting a refresher on that since school is going to start back in the next 10 days here. We were getting a refresher on that 2 days ago about how you want to constantly teach the kids to apply what they're learning to the normal education, the traditional education, which is science, math, and reading, writing, those kinds of things. How do you apply those things, right? And as I was learning that from a great group of teachers, we got a great group of art teachers that came in and applied it, and we did the things ourselves. I said to myself, you know what? I'm more into sports. I'm more into physical education. I'm more into the how do you apply this to your athletic world and your athletic aspirations and things like that, because a lot of kids have those athletic aspirations. And I came up just yesterday, with the idea of saying, okay, we'll have a kid run from one point to the other, but I'll time what they get, and we'll take that time and add it up to a friend's time, and then if that friend can add up the time in a certain amount add up the time, and that'll be their math lesson, whatever it is. I'm still working out the kinks, but the point I'm trying to make to you guys is, are you growing? Are you growing? Are you around people that are helping you grow? Just by doing that in itself, just by me taking what I learned from Dr. Susan and some of the other art teachers and applying it the next day to what my expertise is what I always talk about when you're talking about this right here, lifting yourself, plus LY, all right? That's what I mean. How do you know if you're growing? And no one is going to do it for you. The big point, the big picture, the macro part of what I'm talking to you today about is no one's going to do the learning for you. You have to show up and be willing to take in the lessons. You have to be willing to learn and take what somebody else is an expert at and apply it to what you're an expert at. And then you guys combine and apply the information together to create a better situation, to create a better work environment, to create all that kind of stuff, all right? These are the points that I want you to take away. Every time someone comes into my world, these are the main things that I want you taken away, all right? Are you applying, and are you learning, and are you growing every day? And I just gave you a litmus test, all right? So the question actually has to be, are you doing that? That's the question. Are you doing that, all right? To dive deeper into my work, main website, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.